Hello, welcome back to American English Podcast channel. In this episode, we are going to talk about one great way to activate your vocabulary and remember words fast. Learning English vocabulary is one of the most important parts of improving your language skills. Many learners study words for weeks or even months, but after some time, they forget them. This is normal, and it happens to almost everyone. The key is not just to learn words, but to use them actively. Active vocabulary means words that you can easily remember and use in speaking and writing. Today, I will share some professional strategies to help you remember words faster and make them a natural part of your English. Tip 1. Always use new words and sentences immediately. When you learn a new word, don't just memorize the meaning. For example, if the word is increase, instead of just writing to become larger, create sentences like, I want to increase my English vocabulary every day, or the company plans to increase its sales next year. By using the word in sentences, your brain understands how it is used, and this makes it much easier to remember. Tip 2. Speak the words aloud and repeat them. Speaking is one of the fastest ways to remember vocabulary. When you read silently, your brain does not make a strong connection. But when you speak, your mouth, ears, and brain work together. For example, if you learn the phrasal verb depend on, say it in sentences like, I depend on my friend for help, or we depend on the weather for a good picnic. Repeat it 5 or 6 times until it feels natural. Tip 3. Group words by theme or topic. Instead of learning random words, group them by topics such as food, travel, emotions, or work. For example, if you study words about travel, make a list like this: airport, ticket, luggage, delay, journey. This helps your brain make connections between words, and it becomes easier to remember them together. Tip 4. Use flashcards with context, not only meanings. Traditional flashcards are good, but a better way is to write the word on one side and a full sentence with that word on the other side. For example, the word solution, we need to find a solution to this problem. This method helps you remember how the word is used in real life. You can also use apps like Anki or Quizlet, which repeat words at smart intervals. Tip 5. Connect words to your daily life. When you learn new words, try to use them in real situations. For example, if you learn challenge, think about your own day. Today, I faced a challenge at school, but I did my best. If you learn delicious, you can describe your breakfast. This omelette is really delicious. The more personal connection you make with the words, the stronger your memory will be. Tip 6. Learn collocations and phrases, not single words. Words are easier to remember in phrases. For example, instead of just learning make, learn make a decision, make a plan, make an effort. These phrases appear in real conversations, and using them helps you sound natural. Learning words in groups of phrases also saves time because you learn many useful words at once. Tip 7. Review words regularly using the spaced repetition method. Repetition is key, but the timing matters. Use the 1-3-7 rule, review words after 1 day, then 3 days, and then after a week. When you review, don't just read the words, use them in sentences, speak them aloud, or write a small paragraph with them. This method strengthens long-term memory. Tip 8. Play with words and make learning fun. Learning vocabulary doesn't have to be boring. You can write short stories, create dialogues, or even sing a song with new words. For example, if you learn excited, nervous, calm, write a short story about your last birthday or a trip. Making learning fun helps your brain remember faster and makes English more enjoyable. Tip 9. Use visual memory. Try to imagine pictures for words. For example, if you learn mountain, imagine a tall, green mountain. If you learn happy, remember a moment when you felt very happy. Your brain remembers pictures better than just words. You can also draw small images for words in your notebook. Tip 10. Teach new words to someone else. One of the best ways to remember vocabulary is to explain it to another person. When you teach someone, your brain organizes information clearly, and you remember better. For example, After learning 10 new words, explain them to a friend with examples and sentences. Tip 11. Use words in writing exercises. Writing is a powerful tool for active vocabulary. Try to write a short diary entry or a paragraph using the new words. For example, if you learned improve, challenge, success, you can write, "Today I tried to improve my English skills. It was a big challenge, but I am happy with my success." Writing helps you combine words naturally. Tip 12. Learn synonyms and antonyms. When you learn a word, also learn similar and opposite words. For example, for happy, learn joyful, excited, sad, unhappy. This increases your vocabulary faster because one word leads to many others. Tip 13. Listen to English actively. Listening is not just for understanding, it's for vocabulary learning too. Listen to podcasts, songs, or videos, and note new words. Try to repeat the words and sentences you hear. This method helps you remember the words in real contexts. Tip 14. Make a daily habit. Learning vocabulary works best with consistency. Dedicate at least 20 to 30 minutes every day to new words. Even if it is a small number, daily practice is better than studying many words one day and forgetting them later. Tip 15. Combine all methods for best results. The most professional way is to combine all the tips: speak, write, use visual memory, connect words to real life, review regularly, and teach others. The combination makes learning active, effective, and fast. By following these professional tips, you will not only remember new words faster, but you will also use them naturally in speaking and writing. Remember, vocabulary is not about memorization, it is about using words in real life. Practice, stay consistent, and enjoy the process. Soon, you will see your vocabulary grow quickly, and your English will become much more fluent and confident. Thank you for listening to this episode of the American English Podcast channel. Apply these tips every day, and your English vocabulary will improve faster than ever before.